Look who I've bumped into today in Edlow. The Cannonball.
The Cannonball, the return. £30 to go.
Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Big Porky here, the voice of hardcore boxing. We've got Maximus from Scarborough who's come down. You may remember him, all you people on social media. He had a bit of beef with Steffi Bull. I think Steffi Bull thought that you were me, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I've got a... Yeah, Steffi sent you an email with my number on.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't get back to me.
So you had a bit of beef with Steffi Bull, but well, Steffi, he does exist, and everybody who doesn't agree with you, Steffi Bull, on social media, it don't mean to say it's me, but I live in your head, don't I? Rent free. So anyway, let's crack on. Nice to see you, Max. I believe you've got a fight, haven't you, shortly?
25th of June.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Durham, Rayton Arena. Yeah, just white colour, and yeah, tune up obviously with Harry, my trainer, and we'll see where it goes.
Harry
Matthews.
Harry Matthews, who fought. Did he fight somebody your bank?
Yeah, he fought Chris Eubank Jr. I think he fought people like John Doherty.
I think I've had him on channel now.
Yeah, had him on channel, yeah. But yeah, so I've got him in the corner. I've been doing a lot of work with him.
And how is he? Is he alright?
Yeah, he's in good spirits. He's a bit of a moody bastard.
Bit of a what?
Moody bastard. Hopefully you won't watch this, he'll beast me. Yeah, so.
Is he going alright with him?
Yeah, he's a good, you know what, he just tells you how it is. You know, if I'm not pulling my weight, you know, we had a set to, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Well, he put it on me and said, you know, you either start being here more or forget it. And so yeah, so he does care, and he is passionate about his job, you know. So yeah.
All right. How old are you then, Max? I called you James. That was last interview.
Yeah, that's 33.
You're 33, and how many white collar fights you had?
I've had 5.
Are you 5? How many you won?
4.
You're 4 and 1 then?
Yeah.
Did you lose on points?
No, I drew the other one.
You drew. Oh, so you're 4 and 0 and a draw?
Yeah.
So you're undefeated in 5?
Yeah,
but when people ask you, just say I'm undefeated in 5.
Yeah,
sounds a lot better.
But the draw was my first one, so.
Right. Well, I'm glad for you. Nice of you to come down to Rotherham today to see me. It's a big drive from Scarborough, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got a gym up there, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's your gym called?
It's called Evolve Fitness.
Evolve Fit, and are you busy?
Yeah, we are busy. We're proper going for it in a minute.
And how many people do you employ?
Employ 1, 2, 3, fucking hell, 4.
4 people?
Yeah.
I notice you've got a nice car. I'll not say which, because you might get trolls wanting to write the name on bonnet like I get. Right, I believe you've got a few things jotted down.
Yeah.
To have a chat about.
Let's have a look. Billy Joe.
Billy Joe. Bully Joe. We've not heard not from him, have we, for over 3 weeks?
But the question is, what does he do now?
Well, if his injury is as bad as they want to say it is, and it's if it's as bad as what they say, he shouldn't really be fighting again, should he?
There's no X-rays, is it? But yeah. And Eddie Hearn plugged it before on Daniel Dubar. All these scans actually came out for Daniel Dubar. But yeah, where's his? You know. But what trainer does he have? Because obviously Mark Tibbs don't want that to do with him.
You'd have to say he's gonna stick with boxer size Ben, innit? Because boxer size Ben's an MTK company man, innit? So you'd say he'd stick with him, and to be fair to boxer size Ben, he's doing all right, but he's had undefeated world champions given to him, hasn't he? So you're going to do all right, aren't you, with them sort of people? But if it's his pal and he feels comfortable with him, have boxer size Ben. But if it were me and I were a millionaire and I just had a tonking like that and my face was that bad and he could have lost his eye, people were saying, you wouldn't want to fight again, would you? And obviously he hasn't got that bit inside him that can bite down on his gum shield, has he really?
I think this comes down to what you previously said about fire being in a firefight.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, look, like you said, the red flags, the warning signs are there. You know, Martin Murray, it's not even a tune-up fight, is it?
No.
I would have called Chris Eubank Jr. would have been a better tune-up fight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, let's be honest, you know, going up in weight, you know, he's not comfortable. He's out of the comfort zone, especially when you're world level, more than world level, like against Canelo. Preparation has to be that sublime, and all bases covered. They didn't cover all bases, did they? Really?
Yeah.
It was sort of been winged. But out of the whole situation, I think Mark Tibbs has come out in great dignity.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, Ben Davison, if it was any other trainer, if it was Peter Fury,
Oops, sorry, yeah, what?
he would have slapped him.
Yeah,
I mean, but boxer size Ben, I mean, this comes down to, and this is another subject I want to go on to, Josh Taylor. I'm a big fan of Josh Taylor, I love watching him. But have you noticed with Ben, his style of fighting, it's all tippy-tappy. So you saw, let's say, I'll give you an example. Tyson Fury's first fight would be Wilder. Tippy-tappy. Just staying away from that right hand, going around him, irking and jerking. That's what a lot of his fighters do. And Billy Joe was suited to that. Tyson, you know, then I think with the final straw, Fury, for example, was when he fought Otto Wallin, thought, well, I'm against a not even average fighter at the time, and I've got a massive gouge on my eye, something's got to change.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ben, you know, I mean, he's had these fighters fall into his lap. They don't have that, he doesn't have that venom to take, he doesn't have that venom for the fighters to imply into him in order to take him out.
Well, Freddie Roach said that, didn't he, when he had Tyson and Wilder at first fight. He told Ben about that Tyson should have set about him, but Ben wanted Tyson to stand outside, didn't he, and pick him off and win a points victory.
But I mean, you know, a point in this game, that is heavyweight boxing, you know, points, unless you're going against another Fury, you know, you're not. You've got to take your opponent out, you know, let's be honest. And with Wilder, you know, I don't think that all these fights he's had, apart from probably Ortiz, you know, Luis Ortiz, who's tried to take him out, there's not many have tried to really put it on him. They're always scared. There's this right hand syndrome thing. They think, oh, that right hand, let's stay away from that right hand. They're too bothered about that instead of going for it.
Yeah.
You know, and when he did take it to him, look, he just started to fold, round by round, getting dismantled. I mean, if they fight, do you think that's going to go the same way?
If they fight again, I think Tyson beats him, but I don't think he beats him as comfortably as he did in the second fight. I think he probably beat him on points again, but it's all hindsight, isn't it? We never expected that last time, did we? So,
I mean, do you think, when will it take place if it did?
well, they say July 24th. I don't believe that.
No.
I don't believe it's long enough for them to promote it or for them to get in shape. It looks like he's been on grog, doesn't he?
It's just like having a good time, too much of a good time now.
Well, he's 15 months out of the ring, getting on for 16 months.
Too long.
16 months a long time out of the ring. By the time he gets in ring, if it's July, August, it's 18 months out of the ring. It's a long time that you've got to keep your tools sharp. But it's the same for Wilder as well, though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But we're going to see how.
But I mean, looking at Wilder, he looks like, has he got a new trainer? I'm not sure. It seems like he's got a new trainer on board. He's starting to move well. I think someone said it, I can't remember who said it. If you put a bit of boxing ability in Wilder, even 10%, he can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, he can, yeah. He's not a mug Wilder. He's not a mug at all.
But this goes back to Joe. Wilder demonstrates going out on your shield. Don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't want that fight stopping, did he?
Yeah. No, he was pissed off at Mark Breeden,
Mark Breeden, yeah.
but I think Mark Breeden did the right decision.
Yeah. And we never had a peak at Billy, did we?
No.
And the noise on social media, YouTube, from certain YouTubers, nobody said anything, did they? It's all like it didn't happen, isn't it?
No. It's almost like it's they're trying to brush it under the carpet like it never happened.
Yeah. Well, I know that there's Billy Joe Saunders fan club are watching. You people who keep leaving me voice texts, tell your mate Billy to come on channel, and I've got some questions for him. Alright, it's no good hiding. Come on this channel, Billy Joe Saunders. You're welcome. Alright, we're not going to have a pop at you or slag you off, we're just going to tell it straight. So come on channel, no to be ashamed of. Come and answer some questions, Billy. The whole boxing world wants to see what you've got to say.
Anyway, you might have a Stella down in there, you might.
You might do. What else would you like to talk about, Maximus?
Do you think Fury, the way he's going, is there signs of him having a mental breakdown here?
I think the signs that he could be heading for it, because he seems to be bouncing about all over the place, getting excited and giddy, and maybe he isn't handling it all as good as what Joshua is. I don't know. He didn't handle it good first time around, did he?
No.
Second time around, I thought he handled it a little bit better, but now it's coming to real cameras stuck in his face and media commitments daily. It looks like he's heading for burnout, doesn't it?
I mean, well, what happens now? I mean, what does he need to do? You know, what's the next? Well, you know, I mean, he needs to get this fight for Wilder signed and actually a date.
Yeah.
So I think the important thing is if he's got a goal, he can work to it.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, mate. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah.
So if that's the case, Adrian Usyk, who wins that?
I think Usyk beats him on points, but he might get jobbed. But I think, in my opinion, he outscores him 8 rounds to 4 on points.
I mean, we don't really. I know you don't really like Del Boy or. However, Del Boy.
I don't mind Del Boy, but he's not pay-per-view with 11 and 12 losses.
Oh no, definitely not. But when you got him, because he's like we call him the gatekeeper. He's that bridge from British to world. He seems to be that thing. He's not quite elite, but he's just a bit above British. But you know, Usyk, I thought handled him. You know, the onslaught. Of those 2 or 3 rounds straight away at him, it takes some doing.
You don't hear Del Boy call out Joe Joyce or Dylan White, do you?
No. I mean, Daniel Dubois.
But you don't get Sam Jones calling them out, do you? Because they all want to be pally-pally, don't they?
Yeah, it's too much. But what pisses me off about Del Boy, he's on the phone to Joseph Parker, being alright with him. Like, so sure, when you fight someone, I want to break your face.
Yeah.
You know, I want to smash your teeth in your throat. You know, that's how it should be. All this like, oh yeah, how's your little girl? Well, you know, how's your little girl? And you know, alright, Joseph. It's all pally. I don't want to see that, and especially if you're going to be on a pay-per-view ever. I ain't going to pay for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not right, is it?
No, I agree.
You know, so, but yeah, Josh Taylor, going back to him, do you think he'll ever leave Ben?
Do I think he'll ever believe it?
As in leave Ben Davison, would he ever?
If he gets beat, Josh Taylor, Ben Davison's down the road. He hasn't been there long enough, has he? You get rid of him.
No.
He'll get rid of him, mate. He's only fought a journeyman and then this guy now on it with Ben.
Yeah.
So Ben's like somebody that's going to take Manchester City job tomorrow, and then take and before Saturday's Champions League final, they then win Champions League, and Ben Davison can say, "I've done it again." Boxer size Ben, you've done it again.
Yeah, boxer
Man City coach.
But-
Even though Pep Guardiola's done all heavy lifting like
Yeah.
Shane McGuigan.
Yeah, I think the problem is, like I said, it's we're looking at him to go that next way up or that next step up, and I think that's going to be dangerous if you don't get that right. You know,
Yeah.
and this comes out, it's about taking your opponent out cold, and I don't think Ben has that skill set to do that with Josh, to
Yeah.
put that into him.
You don't think he has it in his locker to train his fighters and all that, you mean?
Yeah, but that's what I mean, yeah. It's a shame because Josh Shutt, I think, is fantastic, and I wish he stayed, you know what I mean, with Shane, you know, or gone with someone else, even Tibbs or whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever, someone different, because Ben Davison is very inexperienced. You know, he should be still learning. I mean, well, he's not even 30, is he?
No, he's only a Cub Scout, isn't he?
That's what I mean, yeah. Real cream boy, you know.
He's a trainer for the future, isn't he? Really, but I think he should learn his craft before training world champions. You can't just jump in with world champions because you're in with MTK, can you?
No. I mean, it's everywhere.
Or are we stuck in our way as hardcore boxing fans and we don't like change? I don't know, but I think he just talks a good game and he's got a bit of fun on in front of the camera. That's my opinion. I might be wrong. People might say, Pokey, you hate him. But other people will say, Pokey, please don't leave YouTube. So, I don't know, but Ben Davison for me is an inexperienced young lad who says the right things, does the right things, and he comes across PR friendly. So he's the perfect person, isn't he?
Yes, man.
For an MTK with their reputation, he's perfect for him, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
Yes, it's a shame really because you know, I mean, like I said, Josh Taylor, yeah, it's ruining a good fighter potentially.
what did you think to Spencer Fearon's comments on IFL?
I didn't see that.
Saying that Eddie Earn's been done up like a kipper or something, and then Spencer Fearon, come see me.
Well, Spencer Theory is a bit.
He's an MTK man, isn't he, Spencer Fearon?
Yeah, he's
It's not so long ago though, Spencer Fearon used to kiss Eddie Earn's arse, and now look, he's sticking knifing on Eddie.
It's such that you're friendly 1 minute, then you're back.
Fair weather friends, I call them.
Yeah, stick your knife and sleep with you 1 sec, knife in the back.
Yeah. What else?
What else we got? I'll tell you what, I've got an interesting one. What is your top 5 trainers you rate?
Top 5. Well, it's very hard that because whoever I say on here, I've got more than 5 friends who are trainers. So I can only go on trainers that I've spent a lot of time with. So you'd have to say Peter Fury because he's won world titles with 2 people.
Yeah.
You'd have to say Chris Smedley because I've seen him train. I'd have to say Mick Whale because I've seen him train. Who else is there? Glyn Rhodes, I think he's a good trainer. He's old school. That's 4. I think Nick Manners is alright, but you can go on forever, can't you? Mark Tibbs, do you know what I mean? I've seen him train, I've seen him talk to him, take him on pads, and he can fight as well, just like all of them can fight. But I just have to say people that I've spent time around. But if you want to go on achievements, you're going to have to say Shane McGuigan on his achievements, but I haven't seen him close up. You'd have to say Virgil Hunter with Andre Ward, but he hasn't done it with anybody else.
Who said it? It was like he's the best trainer in the world. Who said that?
Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson, come see me. Spreading shit again. Do you know what I mean?
It's too busy stirring porridge.
Yeah, it's too busy stirring his Stan Collingwood's porridge. Johnny, jeez.
Sorry, that's just got me.
Imagine Johnny following Stan Collingwood up the tunnel. He's not called Stan the Canford out. What else?
5 people in the boxing world currently you'd like to slap upside the hero.
5 people. Oh God. Well, they probably want to slap me up hero as well.
Yeah, I know.
Who would I like to slap up hero in boxing?
And why?
And why? Bean, because you haven't handed your laptop in. He's 1. Spencer Fearon 2, but he won't come see me. Now, Bean, Macklin, Spencer Fearon, Tony Bellew, they all annoy me.
Gareth A. Davis has got to be.
Gareth A. Davis, yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to do 10, haven't we now?
Yeah, you can name you 40.
Gareth
A. Davis is probably top of the list at the moment because every time I see him, he's always there, isn't he? Or thereabouts. Gareth A. Gareth, do you know what that A stands for? A stands for anal. Gareth Anal Davis. If you speak to him about Josh Taylor, just go, yeah, I've just got off phone with Josh.
It's always like start of an interview. Oh yeah, I just got off the phone.
I've just been texting him.
Yeah.
Just text him. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, no, they're not going to go for that fight. They're going to go for this one. Look, that's not what he told me. Gareth, stop making up shit and inserting yourself into trending stories. Alright, we want to see you make a fuss of somebody who's 4-0, Gareth. Alright, go to Barnsley and go make a fuss of Dempsey Whale, he's 2-0. He's Josh's brother and it's a great story. You know, he's got his own catering business doing healthy organic food, Dempsey Whale. I don't see you hanging out at the back of him, Gareth, or hanging around him, should I say. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just jumping in with world champions all the time. He's everybody's pal, and he's me pal, he's me pal, he's me pal.
Well,
when you leave the company and get off that private jet, Gareth, do you know what they say? They go, he's a dick. He's a dickhead, not bad.
If you're Ebony Bridges' fucking father.
Oh my God, Ebony, you want locking up for that carry off, Gareth?
I'll tell you what, if I'm Ebony's father, Christ, you get put in.
You want to fill him in, wouldn't you? You want to pluck his hair out, get him in an headlock and pluck his hair out like a chicken.
Do you know what I do? I'll just bury him alive.
Yeah, you wouldn't have that, would you?
No,
you're like a phoenix rising.
God.
Go on then, what next? You've got a big list you've got here, mate. Oh my God, 2 sheets to it.
No, okay, what do you think of this idea? You know, like, because we keep going on about how, you know, Mr. Hearn, Eddie Hill shows, when, like say, you know, Katie Taylor scorecards, sometimes controversial.
Yeah.
What would happen if one day, I don't know, you got 3 judges and the camera was on the marking round by round?
I think that Katie Taylor would get beat if they did it like that, because I think they're writing them down for her beforehand. I think they've got a score in their minds what they're going to give her the fight, because she's had that many controversial decisions now. She's had at least 3, hasn't she?
3, yeah, I'd say 3, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Was that rematch against, was it Belgium? Was it Belgium?
Bassoon.
Yeah. And she won that first one.
I had a win in both, but she never complained about the second one because she wanted a payday.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to beat Katie Taylor on points. No, not while she's with Eddie Hills, the 4-0 Iceman from Billericay.
Do you think there'd be more knockouts if they could? Let's say it was like a big event at O2, and they'd had it round by round. Do you think there'd be more knockouts potentially?
Yeah, they'd have to go for it. Yeah, I think they'd have to. If they realised after 9 rounds that the 4 rounds down with 3 rounds to go, they need a knockout, don't they?
Yeah.
I think it'd be exciting for fans, but boxing's not evolving, is it?
No.
They're all in football. You know what score is, don't you? Always full match, but we don't in boxing. We're all held in suspense, aren't we?
Mm.
So I think that'd be a good idea. That
I'd like to see them try it at least and see what happens on a bigger card. You know, even age over Usyk.
Yeah. Like that. Oh yeah.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be fantastic.
You know, and then when you see all that scorecard's not right and you don't agree with the judges, they have to interview the judge and he has to give clarification on why he thought that, you know, it was that score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of hiding behind and they've got to be accountable for it.
Yeah.
So all these crappy scores.
Yeah.
You know. What else have we got? Conor Benn, what happens with him now?
Conor Benn, I think they're going to put him in with somebody who's an has-been. He can knock him over in America and look good and sell him to America. I think that's what they'll do with him. That's why he's just been over there. I think they're trying to market him out there. He says all right things, does all right things, gives it the old Essex bad boy, doesn't he? Mm. He's trying to be his dad too much, in my opinion. Yeah, I know it's a bit way out of his. He's a bit above him at the minute in the rankings. I'd actually like to see Florin Marco against him. Yeah, but they're not going to put him in with him because he can knock him out, can't he, Florian?
Yeah, I think Mark is quality to watch.
Yeah.
He's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's called him out, and Conor Ben, as per dismissed it, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. I've got another thing, Mr. Porky. 5 people in the boxing world currently you think the best thing since sliced bread?
5 people in the boxing world I think are the best thing since sliced bread. Oof. What do you, I don't know.
I've got to have a positive here.
Positive. I think IBF making a stand on mandatories and doing the job properly. I think IBF, you'd have to say that's positive. Al Heyman and Shelley Finkel standing up for what they believe in, taking it all the way, going up against.
That was clever. That was clever. That was quite clever.
I think that's positive. Let me think. There isn't really that many positive things, is there? I'd like to think Savannah Marshall getting her world title were positive, and if she fights Clarissa Shields, that'd be good.
Clarissa Shields won't fight. That should duck out of that.
Well, if Joshua don't fight Usyk, that for me means that all these people have been lying to us all these years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's very hard to pick 5 things off the top of my head because there's that much to complain about, and I am a moaner. And I just see through rubbish and bullshit all the time. But I think what Dennis Hobson is doing, if he pulls it off, I think that's positive, giving a platform for, kids that are coming through, novices and that. I think that's positive. Whether or not he can see it through, I don't know. The idea's good, the concept's good, but whether they can implicate it and all be fair with people, because this is how I look at it. Pretend that's a cake, that's a big cake. Dennis will sit there and say, right, that's a cake, that's my slice of cake, and that's what's left for your. And not everybody wants to work like that. Whether they can sort it so that everybody gets treated fairly, I think that'll take off, so that's positive. If Cash Ali wins tomorrow night, that's positive for this area here, Rotherham. At least getting a belt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's positive. I think what Josh Wales doing in his gym, I think that's positive. I'm happy to be a part of that and help them lads out. They're good people, never been in trouble in his life. They do free gym sessions for kids that can't afford it on a Friday. So if you're from Barnsley and you're struggling financially, you can train at Josh Wales gym for free on a Friday. So all you parents who want rid of your kids for a couple of hours on a Friday, go get them dropped off down there in Brampton, Braylow. I think that's positive, but mainly there's a lot of negative around because all I see in boxing is a lot of crooks, a lot of people trying to outdo each other. I don't see anything positive. Nick Manners, he's a positive influence on my life with his gym, what he does in his gym, I think that's good. Clinton Woods, he tells it straight, he's positive. But there isn't much positive to go on because what we've got at the moment in boxing is people standing on balcony, pulling the pants down, getting the cock out and pissing on us from the third floor on balcony, hosing us down and telling us a load of packs of lies, and I'm just about had enough, so I've made a stand. Everybody knows my opinion on it all. I don't suffer fools gladly, I don't listen to shit.
Who's the biggest liar at the minute?
Biggest liar? Well, you have to say Eddie Hearn, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And getting away with it because he's got all these platforms, but I think MTK are not far behind, are they, at the moment, with what amount of spin that they've been doing recently. And all them people that are helping them spin things, they should be ashamed of themselves. They're called the Send Boxing journalists. People like Umar doing interviews saying they had Billy Joe Saunders winning and Gareth A. Davis. Why would you say that?
Oh God.
Why would Ben Davidson come out and say he wants to see a Canelo rematch for Billy? Does he care for Billy Joe Saunders? Yeah. Billy Joe Saunders could end up brown bread if he fights him again.
Yeah, he said that because he wants to be in his corner.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's happening.
He wants his cut.
Yeah. So, yeah. What else we got?
What happens to Sky Sports since this split?
I think they're good with Josh. I think Joshua stays with me. I'm only speculating, and I could be wrong, and I've not heard anything of anybody. But I won't put it past Joshua staying with Sky and saying, "Do you know what, Eddie? If you want to go to the zone, get your son off. we're going to stay put here because these have always paid me. And I've got my own stable and I'll be nowhere to earn. So yeah, that's what I see happening. He's planning for the future, Joshua.
Could you see someone like Joshua piling up or going with someone like a sort of a fellow pro, like someone not as big as her, but someone who's worked with her, like that Calais Solent or something?
Carl Sal.
Yeah.
So well, Eddie Hearn and him don't get on, do they? Carl
Yeah,
Sal can't stand Eddie Hearn and vice versa, but they'll make out the mates if they've got to work together, but they're not going to be around each other's houses swapping spit in the shower, are they?
No.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, just seeing that
I hope Calasalan gets dates at Sky, but I quite like Calasalan.
Yeah, I don't mind him, yeah.
I don't mind him actually, I think he's half alright. I think he's a trier, and I think he's paid his dues in boxing. If he can get Sky dates, good on you, Calla. Team Calla!
Yeah, last but not least, but what's Mickey Theo, John Fury, what are we going to do with it? I know it's boring, but...
Well, when we get to May 28th, that's a year, and that's tomorrow. And we'll get Mick on channel tomorrow or Saturday. I say, right, Mick, a year's gone now, where are we going with this? Where are we going with it? That's a year since you should have fought John. What do you want to do with this, Mick, now? I've tried my best for you. We tried to draw him out. I've pulled every stroke in book. I've pulled a few favours in and managed to get them DVDs of John getting knocked out. And everybody was scared to death to get rid of him. I can't do any more. John Fury, if you don't want to fight Mickey Theo, come out and say it, John, because I might just come full steam ahead for another year coming after you, John, because I've silenced you for a year, haven't I? But I think maybe it should be put to bed now and they both should move on. If John's proved he's a coward, hasn't he, really?
Yeah, he's a joke in the travelling community, isn't he?
Fighting man that don't fight, calls out any man over 50, Mick goes, yes please, John Fury's gone missing. So, I don't know, but it's a year tomorrow, May 28th. Getting back to the John Fury situation before we got cut off there, because I've only got it on 12 minutes at a time, not 30. John said, come down to this gym tomorrow, and if you don't, the fight's off.
Yeah, you can't do that in 24
So Mick couldn't do that at 24 hours, or at 18 hours notice. You can't just do that after calling out every man in the world, Dana White, Tony Bellew, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. You want to fight all them, but you don't want to fight Mickey Theo. But you said you would. And I'm not going to get Cameron to put clips in here, because everybody's seen them and it's getting boring now, but John said, you've got to fight. You've got to fight each side. He said all that, and then he's gone missing, hasn't he? So and I've just called him out on it, and yeah, I get a lot of stick from some travellers, but I get more people saying, well done, he's let the community down. So John Fury, big fighting man that don't fight. Why don't you put your dukes up and have a battle royale with Mickey Theo and get at it? Win or lose, we'll all end up on the booze, and give a donation to charity and get yourself a few quid in process, John. Sign the contract and get at it. Don't be a chicken. Alright, be a warrior. Like you say you're a Spartan and a warrior, but you're not. You've disappeared, John. Put up your dukes.
Titty man.
Yeah, it's not good, but is that it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I've enjoyed your company, Maximus. It's nice of you to drive 90 mile or whatever, 100 mile, wasn't it?
It's 75 miles.
75 miles? Oh, that's not bad, is it? Nice of you to drive here, come and see me. Thank you very much. You've been a real tonic. You've been on channel before, you're very opinionated.
Yeah.
Have you got out to say to Stephanie Bull?
No, just ring me. I asked you a direct question. Why were you, controlling Terry Harper's social media when you said it on Sky Sports? That's all I asked. But you said I was a troll. Thought it was him. So I emailed you, give you my number. Fucking nothing.
He'll fight you, Steffi, as well. You want to see him on bag? Woo! All your birthdays will come at once, Steffi.
Just ring me. It was just a question. You know what I mean? But you just blocked me on Twitter. Why?
There you go, Steffi. You said on social media, on Sky Sports, I've been running Terry Harper's account since you turned pro. Then you tweeted one night when you'd had a drink, something on Terry's account, calling people arse-lickers and this and that. But we hadn't heard Terry come out and say it really, well you, because we've heard back. He's called you out on it, Steffi, and you said it was me calling him. I can't even get on Twitter. So he's emailed you and give you his phone number. Phone him up. You mind blocking him? Meet him head on, because he's here now. We ought to come down to your house and knock on the door, didn't we? You little ginger cunt. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus.
Is that racist against people with ginger hair?
That could be a fight for the undercard on Fury and John and Theo.
Do you know he dresses up in women's knickers? Did you see him in that club on my channel? Did you see it?
I did.
Go back a few months on my channel, you'll see him with village people Tash, getting it all this in a nightclub in women's knickers. Isn't that right, Steffi? A pair of women's knickers and a boob tube thing top on. You little weirdo. Maximus is on man and house, Steffi. I ought to come round to your house, didn't I? Hey, you prick. You knobhead.
Christ.
He's alright really. Is he fork? I'm going to do him in when I see him. But that's about it then really. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
It's been a tonic. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, and you know the link that's pinned up on the comment section below the video. Click on that. $5.99 a month. That's for extra 10 videos you get on members area. There's about 30 on there already. Get to watch all the lot. And get your questions in on members area, all your questions. First 20 questions, we're going to do a video. I'm going to answer all of them. Alright, peace out.
Don't have nightmares.
Yeah, don't have nightmares, John Fury. The village people. How are you doing, Steffi? Take a bow, son. Take a bow. Weapon of the week. Hey? Oh my God. Hey?